Well, I've been finding that recently there's a book that I keep talking about at all of my little school sessions, and it's because I want to introduce a word to children. And that book is My Family and Other Animals by Gerald Durrell. And the reason is I learned a lot of big words from that book when I was just a little child. And a word that I learned that I repeat often and tell children is pusillanimous, which means cowardly. So I have been repeating that particular book quite often. Wow, trying to remember. My grandmother told me the story of the sky and the moon and the wind and the sun, and I don't remember all the details of what she told me, but I've sort of written that story again into this book because it was a story that taught about selflessness and about arrogance, and she's told us the story in Malayalam, but I think it's obviously an old story that she had learned somewhere and shared with us. Well, my granddaughter and I play a game where we make up stories. So what we do is we take stories like Red Riding Hood or The Three Pigs and the Wolf, and we make up our own endings and we do crazy things and giggle and laugh about it. So which story do they want to hear from me? I do read aloud from my books, but we really, especially with my granddaughter, we play this game where we use popular stories and turn the endings into whatever suits us. Because my childhood was in India, I think when I would say land of stories, usually the first place that comes to mind is India, because I learned so many stories here. I would admit today, living in the Western world and also thinking of myself as a global citizen, that many parts of the world are lands of stories. The Native American tradition is quite huge, and there's a lot of stories in that tradition as well. Well, I do a lot of voiceover work, which I agree is a professional commitment, but was also something that I used to do for fun as well. I like playing with my voice. I do a lot of recordings for filmmakers and others. I've done audiobooks, etc. What you'd find me doing probably in the evening would be watching a nice little murder mystery on TV.